Look, I know the Miraculous fandom loves spoilers, but seriously, if you have not seen Glaciator, make sure you click that first link in the description before watching this video. Hey you guys, it's Robin, and surprisingly, I'm not doing something on Star vs. the Force of Evil, because for those of you who don't know, I also watch Miraculous, and Glaciator just had me so shook I could not resist doing a video on it. There were some crazy shifts in the ship dynamics throughout the episode. It was no doubt the best episode in Miraculous so far, and there was Marinette, there was LadyNoir. I'm just so excited to rant about it. So let's just start. So Cat Noir and Ladybug, it starts out with them, and Cat Noir asks Ladybug to maybe come on the rooftops that night to have dinner, and Ladybug's like, nah, I gotta hang out with friends. She stutters a little bit, which I found pretty interesting, but Cat Noir still hopes she'll come, but of course she doesn't, because she thinks Adrien will hang out with the friends, but he doesn't show up. On the good side, we do see these couples, these supportive couples, finally becoming canon. It's obvious now. There was really no build up to that. It just kind of hit us in this episode. But as you can see, Marinette's pretty mad about Adrien not being there. And I really think she's starting to give up on Adrien and give up hope for the Adrianette ship, because she does reject the ice cream, and the ice cream represents their relationship and hope for them to become lovers. And I mean, her rejecting it says that, you know, she shouldn't be making herself think that there is hope anymore. Like, she shouldn't be doing that to herself. And which I found really interesting, and it really helps the development for her and Cat Noir in this episode. So she's love hurt, Cat Noir is love hurt because Ladybug doesn't show up, and there's a scene where, you know, he's blowing out the candles that he set up, and it's like, she loves me not. And the last candle that he's about to blow out is she loves me not, and he just can't do it, and it just sets this mood for Cat Noir to be vulnerable when he goes to Marinette's balcony, and he's really showing a side to himself that Ladybug or Marinette has never seen of Cat Noir, and maybe has never even seen of Adrien, because, you know, he's being his true self. Like, he's not putting up any walls right now. You know, as Adrien, he puts on the nice act, and as Cat Noir, he puts on the artificial flirtatious act that Ladybug thinks is very cocky. But he says, you know, I don't feel like being a superhero tonight, I just don't want to be alone. And I mean, for Ladybug, she thinks of him as her cocky superhero partner, and really doesn't put any more thought to that. And I mean, he's showing not only a different side of his personality, but also showing her that he is someone behind the mask, which, you know, shocks Marinette throughout this episode. And when asked about why, you know, what happened that made his heart, you know, feel so broken about this, is he reveals that Ladybug didn't show up for this surprise evening he set up for her. And I mean, Marinette finally realizes that he really does love Ladybug, and she feels really bad and kind of tells him about how she's having love problems too. And he acts like Aladdin and holds out his hand to her, and she takes it and she hugs him, and they have this face expression. And I mean, if you go back to season 1, Evil Slater, like, when Cat Noir kind of tries to pull her in, she pushes him away just like Ladybug. And I mean, season 1 versus season 2, you guys. In this episode, there is so much growth comparing to season 1. And it's just great. So she sees the setup. She thinks it's amazing. And then she realizes how bad she feels because, I mean, Cat Noir is really down. I mean, just look at the look on his face, and I mean, it's just so sad. And for those of you who watch Star, this image is really similar to Star and Marco when they're on the balcony of Blood Moon Ball. I was like, why does this look familiar? But anyways, I mean, it's really sad. And, you know, there's this moment, well, not really moment, more like a few minutes in this episode, where they both are despising, like, you know, the one they love, Marinette isn't feeling so great about Adrien, and Cat Noir is really upset about Ladybug not coming to the balcony thing. So, I mean, there's this moment that him as Chat Noir and Marinette really bond. And, you know, there was a post, I don't know where it is, but one of the creators was asked about the balcony scene before Glaciator aired, and he said, which balcony scene, kind of playfully, and then in parentheses, oh, I've said too much. So we can assume that there will be more balcony scenes with Chat Noir and Marinette, which is really exciting because there's a lot of growth here. And I mean, in Miraculous, we do not get that much growth. So when there is growth in the plot, it's always baby steps. And this episode was a big step in a lot of ways. So when he leaves after carrying her bridal style, you know, Tiki points out how Cat Noir was being so sensitive, even though she knows Cat Noir is Adrien. Okay. And Marinette agrees with Tiki and says, yes, I was wrong about him. So, I mean, this episode is definitely going to have an impact on the story. But, I mean, oh my god, the change in Cat Noir. He is being so petty to Ladybug, and the surprised look on her face. But honestly, she deserves it when she is being so shallow, when she says, you know, maybe we should act as if we loved each other. Like, what are you trying to say? Like, you don't love him? Like, oh my god. And then he gets so mad and says that, I'm sorry, I don't like playing with feelings. And, I mean, honestly, Ladybug kind of deserved that one. Because, I mean, this part, I just hate Ladybug right now. In that moment, you know, I was like, yes, Cat Noir, show her that you're not just a cocky partner that she can, like, push away. But yeah, eventually Cat Noir goes along with her plan, and, I mean, he goes in for the handheld, like, to hold her hand, and she's like, nope, and she goes in and grabs his arm, okay, and, I mean, I know she was doing this because it was part of the plan, but you can tell she's doing this because it's like kind of like a sorry. Okay, I'm gonna translate for you guys. She is saying, I'm sorry, Cat Noir, you really are important to me. Please forgive me. Like, you mean something to me. And, I mean, you can see it. Like, she kisses him on the cheek, guys. Like, it's, like, obviously, usually that would be Cat Noir, but Ladybug's now doing it. And, you know, after they defeat Glaciator, as Ladybug, she finally gets to see the balcony, and, you know, she's like, well, I don't want to play with your feelings, because I see you more as a partner now, and you've become a friend to me, and I don't want to lie to my friends. So, I mean, you never see Ladybug really talking about how she feels about Cat Noir to Cat Noir, in a positive way. She's usually bashing him, but, you know, in, I believe, I think it was Antibug, she says, that Cat Noir is her partner, and, I mean, again, the progress from season 1 to season 2, and, she almost tells him who she likes, because that's the whole problem. And actually, in one of the short, I don't know how many of you have seen the short episodes where it's like insight to the characters, but one of them was how Marinette feels about Cat Noir, and in it she says, well, maybe if there was no Adrien, maybe I'd see Cat Noir differently. And she's saying that, you know, the whole problem is because she has a thing for Adrien. And, I mean, she almost tells Cat Noir who he is, which would solve all of their problems, but of course she doesn't, because she, again, brings up how their identities must remain a secret, but it's different from season 1. I mean, in season 1, there was no hesitation. In this scene, you can tell, like, how much she's fighting, you know, keeping literally like, everything about their lives from each other when they're so close, you know. She's really struggling, and I think that's gonna lead up to something. She says this last line with a sigh, like, we have no other choice, like, I wish we could, but we can't. And Cat Noir looks at her, and he walks straight up to her with this, like, with this expression on his face, like, so serious, and then he smiles, but Ladybug still looks super shook. Like, this would be the part where she pushes him away, but nope, she just keeps looking into his eyes, and this is my favorite line in the whole episode. He says, I understand, Ladybug, you two are my best friend. Wow. Like, he doesn't just say, you're also my friend, like, he says best friend, and, like, he just says, like, I understand, like, it's okay, and he kisses her on the cheek, something she's never let him do before, and, I mean, the shock on her face, and, I mean, look at her face right now. Look at her face. You can tell she wants to kiss this boy. Okay, and, oh my god, and then he says the perfect line, you can keep the rose, it goes with your costume, before disappearing, and it's just so good. She's just so shocked, and this distinct blush on her face, oh my god, I could watch this scene over and over and over again. It was just so good. She's blushing, you guys. There is a future for her having feelings for Cat Noir. And I'm gonna tell you, like I mentioned before, she's gonna start losing hope for Adrien. And what Cat Noir is doing in the scene and in this whole episode, he's giving her something that Adrien is lacking with giving her. And she's gonna realize that, and she's gonna start liking Cat Noir, you know. If she knew she blushed, I don't think she knew she blushed, but, like, obviously she blushed for a reason. She's gonna start getting feelings for Cat Noir, and it's gonna be the best dynamic in Miraculous. I swear, I'm so excited for it. And, it's so good, and, you know, like I said, there's a lot of parallels in this episode, you know, but the difference between these two is this one, she's doing this because, she's kind of like, she's upset that she's not getting anywhere with Adrien, and Adrien's doing this because he has hope for Ladybug. So I think that's also some more evidence that things are going to shift. And I mean, some parallels. This episode was just so good. Wow, I just love this episode so much. And then looking at some of the upcoming episodes, the next one is Gorizilla, but I think the next one is going to be Sapotis. I think I'm pronouncing that right, probably wrong, but I did link this in the description. It is the second link, you guys. But anyways, yeah, it's like the ones with Alia's little sisters, and in this episode is the start of getting new superheroes, because, you know, from spoilers, we all know that Alia, Nino, Chloe are all going to become superheroes, and this is the episode where Alia gets her Miraculous, and it is the same Miraculous that Volpina had, but it's like not a fake. So yeah, go watch that promo. But then there's also Gorizilla, and I really want to talk about Gorizilla because, you know, whenever we get a Marishat episode, it's because the focus, or the akumatized victim, is going for Marinette, but it's kind of reversed in this episode. So I feel like, since it's, you know, Gorizilla being the bodyguard of Adrian is going for Adrian, you know, it's kind of gonna reverse this whole thing that Glaciator made with, you know, Marinette giving up on Adrian a little bit, taking the focus off of him. But I'm really excited. I'm also really excited for this episode because the whole strength that Gorizilla has, besides, you know, actual strength, is a strong sense of smell. And I think that maybe he can also smell Adrian when he's Cat Noir. So maybe there's some questioning there, and I just really hope that's a thing. Like, I just hope that, you know, Adrian being Cat Noir doesn't take away, like, his smell, I guess. Because it would be really cool to see Gorizilla recognizing Adrian as Cat Noir. And I mean, well, yeah, you know, it might advance the story that Glaciator made, and it might, you know, reverse it a little bit. But yeah, really excited for the next few episodes. Yeah, we're going to get the new superheroes up soon. But honestly, I don't know how I feel about having other superheroes besides just Cat Noir and Ladybug coming in, you know, making it a group. I think it will take away from the LadyNoir ship, which is one of in my top 2 favorite ships. There's also Marishat, which I also love. But yeah, tell me what you guys think, and, you know, I've been thinking of doing actual reactions to Miraculous Ladybug, because, I mean, I want to even see my reactions. I just freak out so hard. So tell me in the comments what you thought about this episode. Feel free to rant, and tell me if you'd like to see reactions from me. And then give this video a like if you liked this discussion, and then subscribe to stay tuned for more Miraculous, something new on my channel. So bye, and thank you for watching.